Hello, it's Dead Girl, and the Academy Award for Most Pissed Off Vodka Aunt at the Party goes to me. I am so sorry for how loud the wind is today. I have like nowhere else to film this. I wanted to do a reaction video to the Oscars because I have a lot to say, and I did do my reaction to the initial nominations. I didn't write a script for this. This is all just going to be like rapid fire off the top of my head. So let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about were the musical performances. I went into this to Oscars 25 being like, I don't really have a dog in this race. I don't feel that strongly about any of the nominees, so I'm not going to get angry watching the Oscars like I usually do. But they found a way. They found a damn way to piss me off. And that was by starting off with Ariana Grande singing Over the Rainbow. No. I get that she was in a Wizard of Oz movie. I don't care. I was waiting for Lady Gaga to bring Liza Minnelli out on her wheelchair so she could come and just like club her in the knees for disrespecting Judy Garland's song like that. And then they bring out Cynthia Erivo, who can like sing really, really well, and it really just made Ariana Grande look so bad. Just disrespectful, honestly, which is pretty funny. And then we also had a tribute to the James Bond movies. As we know, I am a big James Bond fan, and I'm not super happy with the fact that Amazon acquired the rights to the IP. That's really concerning to me. But they decided to have people sing some of the famous James Bond songs. And who did they get? Who did they get? Well, they start out with Live and Let Die, and they have, I think, a K-pop star do it. I don't know K-pop that well. She was fine. I don't know. I don't really love Live and Let Die as much as others. I know that that's like a really popular song among like rock dads, but I think it's overrated. And then they start playing the riff for Diamonds Are Forever, and I get really excited. I'm like, oh my god, she's 88, but is there any possibility that they got Shirley Bassey to sing it at the Oscars? I was so excited, and then what do I see? Doja fucking Cat. Shirley Bassey is one of the all-time like belters. Like, she can really just like scream and sing, and she's such a diva. And of all people to have her sing, you had Doja Cat, who is not a singer. I mean, I have nothing against Doja Cat. I think a lot of her songs are kind of catchy. I know she's controversial, which I don't feel the need to speak on, but she absolutely shit the bed on this performance. Her trying to hit the last note of Diamonds Are Forever is, I was furious. I was like screaming and already very drunk at that point, and I was being a menace, to be frank. And then they end with Skyfall, and I'm like, oh well, Adele is like alive and well. Surely they can get Adele to sing this. But no, they have some other lady who I don't know, and her voice just did not compare at all to Adele's. So yeah, that made me quite furious. Let the divas sing. Let the divas that sang their songs sing their songs at the Oscars. I don't even care if Shirley Bassey is too old to do it, and she wouldn't do a good job. I don't give a shit. I would rather see her on stage than Miss Doja Feline just massacring that ballad. Next thing I want to touch on, just very briefly, is some of the fashion from the show. I thought it was pretty good. especially for the males. I was very interested in Coleman Domingo. Had an amazing outfit, absolutely best of the night for menswear. And then Timothée Chalamet. That's one of my favorite colors of yellow. I love like just a muted like pastel buttercream yellow, and I really like that on him. As for some of the women's wear, I obviously loved Demi. Demi looked amazing. Um, Mikey Madsen looked gorgeous. However, year after year, I think whoever is styling Halle Berry hates this woman. That dress was awful. It looked like something a drag queen would just like take a mesh dress and just smash a $2 mirror from Target and then glue it on. Like, I have seen that in clubs worn better. I don't know why they would put that on her. At least her hair was good this year. Because, like, a couple years ago, they put a horrible bus driver wig on Halle, and she's one of the most beautiful women in the world. So I don't know why they keep, like, just giving her the worst clothes and, like, hairstyling consistently every year. She deserves better. I could style her better. They should hire me to style Miss Berry. The most heartwarming moment for fashion was Isabella Rossellini, who was nominated. She wore a beautiful blue velvet dress, which I don't know this for sure, but I imagine it was in homage to David Lynch, since she was in Blue Velvet and dated him for so long. And I was like so touched when I saw her in a Blue Velvet. So cute. And I loved seeing her like sit next to Laura Dern. It was like, oh, the Lynch girls are together. I was very happy seeing that. Now I'm going to talk about some of the speeches from last night. Starting off with Kieran Culkin, who I do like Kieran Culkin. I watched Succession. He's a little cutie, seems like a nice guy. But what I didn't need to hear was him telling his wife that he was going to get like, now you got to give me your fourth child. Like, what is this? What is this? Is this a kink for you? I don't need to hear about this. I don't consent to this. It's really, really weird. He didn't even have time to thank anyone because he was just talking about breeding his wife. And I felt embarrassed for her. I felt embarrassed for him. And I was no longer excited for him to win at that point. At that point, I was like, no, take it back. Bring Edward Norton on stage. Because this is stupid. And then, of course, we can't talk about speeches without Miss Adrian Brody. I do not like this man. I have never forgiven him for, like, just grabbing Halle Berry and kissing her. I thought that was just so disrespectful and such an important moment that he just shit on. I knew he was probably going to win the best Oscar. I was rooting for Ralph Fiennes, but then realistically rooting for Timothy because I think he had the best chance out of anyone to beat Adrian. I do think it's shitty to award someone who had their voice altered by AI. Like, that's a big part of someone's performance, is doing the right accent of Hungarian. Like, if Meryl Streep can do a fucking accent, you can do another accent, or just like hire someone else that can do the accent. I don't understand that. And he talked for so long, saying absolutely nothing. And Best Actor is at the very end of the show. Like, so it needs to be like a specific amount of time. He took so much time away that could have been used for the Best Picture acceptance speech or Best Actress acceptance speech, which I thought was going to be Demi. And then Hulu took a shit on me and I didn't know who won till like midnight. But yeah, he is the most grating, annoying man. And I can't stand him. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion at this point. And then the last thing I'm going to talk about is the Best Actress winner. Because I do think it was the thing that I was the most invested in. And for 2 years in a row, the person who I wanted to win did not win, but the person who I thought performed the best out of the people nominated did win. Last year, I was rooting for Lily Gladstone. I thought it would be really, really cool if she could win, but Emma Stone won, and I loved Poor Things, so I couldn't be that angry. Similarly, this time, I thought Mikey Madsen in Anora was amazing. And I mean, she's in every scene. She has a lot more character work to do than Demi, who is kind of half in the movie. Um, but love Demi Moore, and I think it's a really cool comeback. And I think she probably has less chances of getting another role that would let her win an Oscar, whereas Mikey is, she's so young, she's got plenty of chances. So I felt a little sad for Demi, but I was also very happy for Mikey Madsen. And yeah, overall, the Oscars was pretty mid. I've seen a lot worse. I've seen it a lot better. The chamber choir chose a really weird song for In Memoriam. It made me feel like hell was about to open up instead of like feeling like heartfelt. I don't know why they chose to sing that requiem or whatever the fuck that was. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the Oscars. If you were upset with anyone winning, if you were excited with anyone winning, if you want to see Shirley Bassey on stage, if you want to see Liza Minnelli cripple Ariani, let me know. I'm Dead Girl, and have a great rest of